Alright. Let's go. Hello. Hi. I'm Voidspawn, also known as Centauri. And we're gonna do art stuff. So, this is the mortar. We sort of just finished designing this thing. And yeah, we're gonna see. I haven't gotten too far into the modeling process, but what we're gonna do today is sort of an hour of me just blocking out some more of the forums. Yes, hello Ripper, it is a webcam. We're gonna do about an hour of just me continuing with the blockout process, and then probably for the second hour, and I forgot to mute my phone, right? Good start. For the second half, I'll sort of take some little area and show you how I'd take it to full, so to speak, take it to a finished high poly model. So I'm just gonna keep this here for now, but I'll probably move it to my other monitor for a while, or after a while rather. And yeah, so this is what I've got so far. I've only done like maybe 2 hours of modeling on this, and yeah, we'll see what we get done. I'm completely spacing out. Can't remember what I was supposed to do, but yeah, whatever. Yes, this thing. Slick design. Vandergrift. Yes, this is designed by our concept artist Justin O'Brien. I'm sure someone, Jordan, can link his portfolio if people are interested. He's pretty amazing. So what you can see here is that in addition to the drawings, or well, he both drew and modeled like a rough version of it, just because you have to think about these things in 3D, and so when you're just drawing it's not really going to work. So he modeled a super rough version to help him think about the forms and how things work, and then used that to draw over it and get some final drawings. And that's generally how we tend to work, at least on these you know, important assets like weapons. For obviously for smaller things that don't really matter as much, we might cut corners and do whatever. Oh yeah, Farron. I guess I'm too used to calling him Justin. But yeah. Firefall. Yeah, I can see that pictures. Then again, Firefall is very sort of generic design shit. Like Firefall's language is kind of as a design language, it's not that like anything special. Not to take anything away from them, but I mean it's like they're very generic sci-fi in terms of the shapes. I've come a long way, Taddy. Thanks. What does that mean though? Indeed, can. Hello, Dubla. Ah, that is true. Yeah. Really should thank Petrol more for all he did for me. But I mean that was 2 years ago. But yeah, he's the one who got me started and helped me out a lot when I was getting into this stuff. Projectile snot bar with a funky trail. I think something along those lines is very possible. And yes, greens also very, very possible. Nothing's really set in stone, you know. After all, the color is just another little. I mean, you know, you've got a color selector in the engine. You just select whatever you want. I'm really going slower than I should, but I guess that's the curse of streaming. I should actually mirror this. Yes, we all like the snot. Hello, Arn Penguin. Nice to see you here. So, I apologize, by the way. I was gonna open with that, but I kind of forgot. Apologies for the broken English and all that, and my horrible accent, as well as the fact that I've got a flu, so I might be sniffling and all that. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. I'm probably supposed to explain what I'm doing, but honestly there's not a whole lot to this. If you've got any questions, like, shoot away, but I'm not quite sure what I can say to the layperson about what I'm doing. apart from modeling. So, sorry. God. Still better than American. Thank you. A Brit? Hardly, Xamera. Is that how you say your name? Xamera? I'm from Finland. And this is not working at all. Rallying. How much sunlight? Currently is kind of irrelevant because I never get any, no matter the time of the year. Ever use Maya? A very, very limited amount. I started with Blender and I've kind of stuck with it. It's kind of regarded as a piece of trash software, but I'm okay with that. The reason why that is, of course, is because it's freeware, and people don't think free things can be good. Well, that's interesting, Zunair. Maybe you should practice. Right, NGG. I'm not gonna say what your name implies, but so I've got the lighter grey model is the sort of block out model that I'm using every now and then, and it's on another layer. I'm toggling between layers with number keys, and yeah, I've just got it on every now and then. And yes, Dabla, people do think Blender is trash, at least professionals. It's not really used professionally almost anywhere, really. But, well, the people who do use it kind of swear by it, like me. On the polygon limit for Midair weapon models, let me see, actually. There's no real limit per se. I mean, polygons in terms of performance, they're not the be all end all of performance, as people seem to think sometimes. I think the current weapons we've got in the game are sitting somewhere around what is it, like 30 to 40k? Yeah, something like that, 30 to 40k triangles. Happiest man in the world, Voidspawn. Yes, thank you, Teddy. That's me. Definitely cheerful, known for that and all that. It's gonna be a bit interesting. I'm gonna move my reference thing to my other monitor for now, so I can have it bigger. If you want to see the concept again, just let me know and I'll bring it back up, especially if you've just joined. Sunlight, yeah, the sunlight thing, I'm not really sold on that because it's kind of strange. Like I said, I don't really get sunlight because I don't go outside, which I guess is the case for a lot of us here, us computer people. But something about the season definitely always gets you a bit depressed, or cheers you up, I guess, in terms of summer and all that. Say more. 3D model. Well, female chest piece. Well, now. I'm not so sure about the female chest piece thing. I know some people in the company even might want that, but I'm not gonna name anyone. What is my job? This is my job, Midair. I work for Archetype full time, doing 3D art. Whatever my official title is kind of irrelevant, but yeah, this is what I do. Like whether I'm just 3D artist or a lead modeler or what have you, doesn't really matter. I just do what needs to get done. Usually that means a lot of things. I do a lot of things. Well, all the asset building. Well, first of all, depends on what you define as asset, but I've certainly done like most of the. Yeah, we got a follow, and I can't even see it. Oh, I'm Penguin. Thanks for the follow, dude. So what I've been doing mostly, I guess, so far is, I guess that you could call that my specialty, is like hard surface modeling. So I've oh, is the noise too loud? I'm not actually sure if I can do anything about that. I'm sorry. If it's a bit too yeah. Anyway, I've done let's see, like pretty much all the buildings and weapons, and the one character where we showed the light mail, which isn't really finished, but I made that, but we now have a character artist who's doing that stuff, so I don't have to suck at it anymore. Oh, okay. Giggling? I don't know if I can I giggle? Apparently. Jordan, when did you hear me giggle? I'm not actually sure if I want to know, but yeah. Yeah, the random loud noises, the follower alert thing, I'm pretty sure that's what you heard. It kind of freaked me out too. I think it's a bit too loud. Yes, that's what I was afraid of. Do I really giggle though? Maybe if I'm really drunk I might giggle. The plate is a sure sign of a giggler? I'm not not convinced that's really true. Oh god. I'm just trying to think. Sort of blocking out a process is kind of tricky in a way, because I have to think about don't mention whatever I've done while I was drunk, okay? Yeah, the blocking out process is kind of hard because I have to sort of find a balance between making the shapes that I want, but then also sort of not making things too complicated too quickly, if that makes any sense. Like currently I'm thinking about this little piece here, which somehow connects this handle to the main gun, and yeah, I'm just not sure what I want to do with that yet. Does everyone from their team work from home? Yes. Even us who do it full time, which, I mean, there's not that many of us who do this full time, but we all work from home right now. An office space? Yeah, same with Gore. That was last summer, 2014. Well, not really an office space, but we rented a place and worked there for the entire summer. And that was good fun. I got to live with Mabel and Farron, and they got to hate me and all that good stuff. Who snored? I don't think anyone snored, if you mean when we lived together. But I don't think anyone snored. That when you don't, then again, like when I'm the one saying that, that usually means that I'm the one who snored. Excuse me while I... And we're back. Thank you for the follow, Chapai 3000. Appreciate it. Archetype appreciates it, I should say. Is it armed? I'm sorry about the mouse click thing. there's any, like, well, if there's a consensus that something's horribly wrong with my audio, then I'll try to fix it. Yeah. Not really anything I can do about the mouse click and all that, I'm sorry. I tried. Yeah, Royce, that's what was happening to me as well. It's pretty annoying. Don't want to do that unless you want to hear me breathing into the mic all the time. Unfortunately. I could of course try to talk louder, but that rarely works out. Thank you, Seymour Gore, for the follow and for the comment. My balls, that's yes. Thank you. Let's see, I'm just gonna, so there's a little bit of an engineering problem I'm gonna have to solve with this whole handle thing. Let me see if I can make this sensible. So obviously, well, not obviously, but it needs to sort of move somewhere. Needs to have a rotating thing, probably here, quite possibly somewhere over where it attaches to the main body. And speaking of all that, I'm gonna have to do this because I kind of want it to line up with that. With the angle of that line there. I think what I'm gonna do, double-handed operation. Well, isn't spin it? Oh, you mean like well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that could work. So what's I think what's gonna happen is and yeah, it's a double-handed operation. Isn't that what all guns kind of do so far? We don't really have any single-hand guns. As you can see, we've got the back handle here and front or side thing there. Which, by the way, that makes absolutely no sense because this thing would be awfully imbalanced. But hey, who cares? It's video games. Anyway, with the projectile, I'm pretty sure what it intended is just that it's gonna go in right there. That's the sort of chamber where you load the projectile. What are the pros and cons of using Blender besides free to use? Well, obviously, pretty much the way it is in the industry is that people kind of use what their companies have licenses for. I mean, the free is like a giant thing, right? Yeah, it's free. Considering something like my Max, Moda, which I guess are the three main main competitors, they're all upwards of $1,000 for the license, and so free is a big deal when it comes to Blender. Especially, like, I mean, the reason why I still use it is because I started with it when I started doing this stuff as a hobby, and I've just kind of stuck with it. Anyway, apart from that, there's no real pros or cons. I mean, cons, it does lack some of the features, maybe some like more advanced things. From Maya and Max, and I mean, you know, they're definitely. But at the same time, I just abhor the way Maya, for example, works with the user interface. I'm very used to Blender, and it's, you know, crazy customizable. A lot of the stuff I use is like from add-ons that I've downloaded, and mine, like I've got a whole bunch of shortcuts everywhere, and those are all, or a lot of them are custom as well. In real life, well, and to clarify there, some of us have have real lives, others not so much. But yes, we do have deadlines. If the game is free to play, right, you can read more on the Greenlight page or on. I guess that's the only place where there's really any info on that. I mean, even there's not that much. Yeah, I don't know about that, Armed. I mean, there's a lot of things that went wrong with the way TA did things. Pricing definitely being one of the fundamental things, but it definitely wasn't the only thing. Thank you for the follow, Trashman 2012. Profit pooper, that's an interesting word, Ximera. Harry Man nipples, thank you for the follow. Jeez. Paper bullet. That could work. The Travis game could certainly get a lot of money out of that. Morris scrotum? Explain. Do you mean this curvy thing? I'm not sure about, well, the bullet doesn't actually go in there. I guess if you want to know why, then the answer is because design, because it looks cool. Not sure I have any better answer than that. Yes, birds and bees. Wait, what? Who made the concept? That would be our concept artist, Farron or Justin O'Brien. He's pretty talented. He's the guy who's designed pretty much everything for the game, and I sort of interpret it and like this. It's not exactly what you're seeing that you're gonna get in the game, but it's close enough. I'm sure Jordan will be happy to link his portfolio if people are interested. So I'm thinking about this hand guard thing. I'm not sure if I am. I guess I might as well. These I mean, it's not that apparent when you've got the entire thing together, right, Jamira? Of course, it's like right now when you don't have most of the front thing. In terms of function, don't ask me. You can you can make up stories about what it does, but there's not really much in depth, because like honestly, when it comes to like entertainment design, as long as things look like they could work, then it's usually good enough. And anything beyond, or anything like crazy detail about how things work in some imaginary world with imaginary like laws of physics and stuff, it just doesn't do anyone any good, really. That. Some arc reactor. I mean, arc reactor, fusion mortar, right? I mean, I think it's just going to be called the mortar, but The again, the sort of functionality aspect is kind of a strange thing to really go into detail, because in the end you can always just say that it's magic or some such nonsense, right? You don't really have to. I'm sorry if I'm crushing your dreams or something by saying this stuff. It's just that that's how it tends to go, is that yeah, you can think about like how things work specifically, and yeah, but and generally I don't know, I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna care about what this area here really does, as long as things read like it's well, I'm glad you like them, and I'm not sure you're the guy to crack the whip, really, Jordan, considering. This is gonna be interesting. Like I was saying earlier, there's a bit of engineering I'm gonna have to do around here to yeah, that'll work, Jordan. Then again, if he does that, I'll just say you're not an artist, and we can leave it at that. Anyway, as I was saying, oh no, we don't take prisoners here in Finland. Just go all out. Yeah, I need to think about how all those pieces connect, and if there's any moving parts. Ouch, Jordan. Even this tried with the inside jokes. It's a shame most of the stream won't appreciate that. But yeah, there's always as great as these concept pieces are, there's not a whole lot of sort of functionality oftentimes, and so figuring all of that out, especially because you know, how to think about animation and all the separate parts and how that works and all that good stuff, and so it tends to take a while, which is unfortunately why you're seeing me sort of just spin around and do nothing and all that, because that's what I do when I'm thinking, and save obsessively. The car's gonna hold the handle. Yeah. I mean, of course, that's the well, yeah, the character's gonna hold that, but like I said, it's gonna have some sort of a joint, and it's gonna be posable. So whatever the angle is here, you know, it's gonna be whatever. I am most likely gonna make it so that there's gonna be some sort of a joint, so that this thing will, you know, move that way, and whatever. Animation session. I wish we could. I'm not sure if our animator is up to that. Let's see though. Yeah, I'd like to see a Farron painting session or whatever. That'd be cool. slap that ass spin sphere animation. Well, I mean, we can make that available as a microtransaction. Or something, I don't know. I think I'm gonna take a break from the handle thing. Just block out all of this stuff here that I still haven't gotten to. It's a really strange piece. Yes, fixtures can confirm that is factually true. So I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time here doing just blocking in some more of these shapes, and then will be an hour, and I think if you guys want, I'll sort of go in and actually finish like a bit, even though it's not really optimal, but just to show you guys what that's like. And if anyone's got any preference as to what bit of the gun they want shown, then feel free to say it in chat. I haven't really decided anything yet myself, so. No fixtures, I do the texturing, and very possible that there's gonna be a future stream about that. Seeing, yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff, I don't know, I'm not sure if this is really like interesting for people, or they really just want to see video games, because something like this, like me struggling to make these shapes and all that, I don't know, I probably wouldn't watch this, so who knows. This is tricky. trying to think if like, because this as much as I love Farron. Oh, hello. Thanks for the follow, Hajro771. What was I saying? Yeah, as much as I love Farron for his concepts, I always make fun of him for his modeling, because he models things in a very messy way just to get the ideas across, and then I have to go in and figure out how to make these shapes actually work. And so it's kind of what I'm trying to do here, is figure out sort of what's a sane way to make these surfaces sort of coherent. Like, I'm not sure if I really want a sharp edge there, and I doubt he wanted that either, and all that jazz. On top of that, like, I mean, of course these are gonna be subdivided and smooth and all that, but we'll get to that eventually. This is why I thought, especially something big like this weapon is not a great thing to stream, just because you know, it takes like hundreds of hours, and we only got 2 here, so. This curve is going to be interesting. Weapon skins / models for DLC. I think that's very likely. Yeah, I guess I can pretty much say that. I mean, I definitely would like to do that. Not just texture change as well. I mean, it's that's the easy route to go, and I like that's almost definite. I've already sort of set up everything so that I can do that actually, because that takes some planning in terms of how you're gonna do that. But with models, I'm not sure actually. We'll see. Then again, if you look at something like CS, you can do a lot of things with just texture changes. I don't know if you agree, but I think the weapon skin model from CS works pretty well. Obviously, I'm not the guy really deciding how things go, but yeah. Well, Hajro, 1 is don't know, 2 probably not. I think I can be pretty sure the answer there is no. Right, let's see. Unfortunately I didn't get as far as I'd want to, but I guess that's expected. Official Discord, yeah. According to some people at least, that's official. Yeah, I think now's a good time to switch gears and go into a little bit more detail and make something that actually looks a bit nicer. So what I was thinking of was I think this whole bit where the mortar shell goes in. There's actually an area that I'm gonna have to change quite a lot, but we'll see where I get with all of this. there's a lot of complex shapes here. Done with the foreplay. Well, I mean, you know, this blocking out and figuring out phase is pretty much the longest and most annoying phase of the whole thing. Because after I figured everything out, is I'm not sure what you mean exactly, Hashra. But yeah, no, the block out and sort of the phase where I have to figure everything out, like how things work and how all of this, you know, there's like a million different plates here covering this thing, and then there's stuff under them and on top of them, and I have to figure out how all of those shapes work. That's why, you know, you're not seeing any sort of sexy high poly stuff yet, which is what the end result will be. But yeah, it's just that there's no point in going to that mode of doing high poly things before you're really done with like when you really got everything the way you want it. So this here looks like there's like a little inset and then there's padding in there. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. And that's not really sure actually, but I think that's always a problem, right? Can't ever be 100% sure what they were thinking, the concept artist in this case. Okay, that's doing weird things. Well, I mean, I'm gonna try to show that stuff now. Sexy, of course, is a interesting word, because what am I doing? What I mean by sexy high poly thing stuff is the things that make me go like, oh, that's nice, in terms of modeling, and I'm a modeling nerd, so that's what I like. Robotic badge, yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Got me. Say more. Let's does it though? I mean, if you're gonna, well, yeah. I can see what you mean, but at the same time, well, you can sort of draw that from pretty much anything. What do you want to say more? I mean, I can just expand the whole thing. This good for you? I'm not sure if I want to hear what's coming next. Yep. Yes, I can see. Yeah, okay. This is bothering me. I'm not really used to having my reference on the same monitor, so I'm gonna take it off there for a minute. Again, if you wanna see the concept, let me know, but I'm not gonna sort of use it there as default. Yeah, right. Not sure about that whole. Well, not sure I agree with the scrotum being the word they used there, but that could be a thing, yeah. Modeling Blender, yeah, okay, this a modeling Blender. It's actually really nice. At least when you know what you're doing. It's kind of hard to show off when trying to talk to the stream as well, I find. Maybe I'm just making excuses. Yes, Seymour, I know. Well, I'm pretty determined to make it not look like that. Now, so there's that. This flow is actually just killing me. Sorry. But will it blender? It might blender. You never know. Yes, boogers, Seymour. That's a nice word. I wish Finnish had something like that. I'm not, well. If you want to hear that, then I can record me blowing my nose and send it to you, Vandergrift. But yes, well, you could say that me modeling this thing is a metaphor. You know, I'm artistically blowing my nose in Blender. So, padding's weird. Probably gonna go the easy route, and honestly, man, I think that's enough reason for us to not allow people to change the sound files themselves. At some point, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's too many little padding lines. I think it might be. I wonder Yeah, same or go the what 48. The plan is to do 2 hours, and looks like that's gonna be no problem at all. Is the color gonna be white, green? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. This thing is obviously like just grayscale, and it sort of just gives me enough information. And really, I usually get some sort of an idea later down the line for like what color I'm gonna want it to be, but yeah, really what I'm mostly interested in, and what you see that like Farron's illustrated here sort of is we've got darker and lighter areas, and like it's like illustrating materials, right? Like we have plastic here and this weird tube thing which I kind of altered a bit, but that's obviously some sort of medic fill. Yeah, the medic fill, sure. But you know, like I said, it's I'm really more concerned with like materials at this point, and then later on when my hypol is starting to get more final, I'll start assigning different materials. And usually what I'll do, actually I'll just show you. What I'll start with is some super basic materials that where I've just got like one sort of darkish and then another pretty much white thing, and then if we look at the concept again, we can see that like I usually, if you've seen all the other weapons, I don't know if I should just show you something in like my texturing program or something, but like all these different plates or something, I'm imagining sort of white for now, but what that means is that they're going to be some sort of just like painted color. I usually imagine all the sort of plating stuff, it's kind of like what it essentially looks like is plastic, right? But it's you know, supposed to be obviously some sort of sci-fi material thingy, but it essentially reads like plastic, and so I just like assign my lighter and darker materials. This is what I usually do later down the line, but just to show you, so we can start getting some nicer sort of separation between these things, right? And obviously this is still so rough that it's super hard to do this, especially to like show you in any real detail. I'm gonna have to, let me see, do that, and you see, this is like the nitpicky stuff. I'm gonna have to slide these points along a bit, because I sort of want them all to well, only 45 minutes, Azure, but you could say that. I mean, I'm fine with that description. Might be a bit misleading though. Anyway, I'm just being OCD about having all these lines that are going to translate into the the little padding lines. Mostly idea about having them point pretty much at the center of this this circle, and so that's what I'm trying to do here. Wow, you really are a stalker, Fictious. Where did you get the king thing? That's like ancient. Let's see though. So this thing here has pretty sparse sort of lines, and so I'm gonna try to sort of emulate that. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna do those three, I guess. I'm not sure yet if I'll eliminate the others. Yeah, well, the king, it was like a, again, I have no idea where Fictious would get that information. King was a sort of brand suggested at some point for the brand of the weapons, but that was abandoned. Yes, I know, Seymour. It's pretty scary sometimes. So we're gonna do something like that. And I think this needs to be a little bit more intense. Of course, vertex normals aren't properly rotated, so I'm gonna have to sort of fiddle with this, but something like that. Let's see. Now I guess for the fun part, rolling the fun parts of this robot badge. Yeah, well, padding is actually like sort of a nice and easy thing to do. As you can see, there's not I don't know if I should go into detail about the techniques and stuff like subdivision surface modeling, which is what you can see here, where it's sort of smoothed and stuff. But yeah, it's one of the easier things to do. As you saw there, there wasn't a lot I had to do apart from scaling some edge loops in and all that. I'm actually gonna have to fill that back in. Yeah, so this yeah, well, one of the reasons why I'm definitely. Oh, we got a follower. Thank you, Samal. Oh, hey there. I know that name. One of the reasons I'm especially not gonna go with this design here is just because something that was overlooked when Farron drew this, which was that it's actually just way too small for the projectile, considering if you look at, like, that's the size it's gonna be when it's coming out, and so he kind of overlooked that, and it's still gonna be it actually is still gonna be smaller. We have a sketch for the projectile somewhere, but I don't actually have it right now. Yeah, it's gonna expand inside, but it's still gonna be fairly large. So this tiny little thing. Oh god. Oh, Benji. Thanks for the follow. Although I guess I don't really need to thank our own employees for follows. Oh, that is a tough... I still kind of want to do these shapes here and have preserve the general idea, but probably just so that these aren't quite as thick, and so I can make the chamber a bit bigger. Lakin, thank you for the follow. It's black, isn't it? Hey there, black. I'm just like, this is, yeah, like I said, this is what I was afraid of was gonna happen on the stream, which is, I'm just sort of rotating around and thinking and looking at the concept, and, so you're not gonna, you can't actually see me do anything, which is unfortunate, but I guess I'll start doing something before it's too late. It's a really strange shape, because I'm gonna have to start with a cylinder and cut it up, but then at some point all my cylindrical functions sort of become useless when I cut it apart too much, so that's not what I want to do, definitely. Let's see. So the hole, I'm probably gonna have something like that big. Looks about right. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bother. I might as well. Carving a hole into the thing isn't, well, actually it's not too bad. I can just do it super quick. Except that it doesn't like to work with mirroring. There's a lot of glowy stuff here. That's how you know it's sci-fi. Look at all the glowy stuff. That can be arranged, Drotten. Thanks for pointing that out. There is an option in Blender somewhere. Yeah, sure. That's if we don't think about it that way, armed, I'm sure. I wish I could remember where that thing is. Thank you for the follow, robotic acquiring hole. That's, I feel like that's someone who was already in the stream, but okay. Oh, how can I not find the thing? Oh well. Maybe I'll actually, no, let's just ask our friend Google. Interesting, so in the settings. This may be a waste of time. Probably is. I wonder. Oh well. Yeah, sure. None of that here, I'm afraid. I'm really confused actually, because I know I've seen the thing a million times with screencasting the case, but now I just can't find it. Oh well. Sorry, I'll find it for the next one. Because I think it might actually be useful or interesting for someone. Because I do hate a lot of hotkeys, like all the time. Everything is pretty much hotkeyed. Anyway, let me think. Like that, for example. That was Shift Alt X, no Control Alt X, which is my auto mirror. God damn it! I don't even want to model this thing. It's so hard. Oh well. Here goes nothing. It comes up to something like that. Yeah, Drotten, that's what I was looking at, but I couldn't actually find it. It's kind of strange. Of course, there is the this thing, but that's not what I want either. So it says it's in the end menu, but there's nothing here. Unless I'm just blind. There should be a screencast section here, which there isn't. So I'm not gonna bother with it right now. Unless you have to be in like edit mode or something, which would be interesting. No. Oh well, like I said, I'll find it for next time. Oh, look at that. Thank you for the follow, Drotten. pretty sure this one, there's like slant. I'm gonna get rid of this in a second, but a slant that way, and a thing like that, and that's pretty much that piece. There's nothing much to it. Well, no, actually there he is. I wonder if I'm gonna want to do that. It kind of looks like it goes out more like that. And the grease pencil is annoying because sometimes it erases and sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, I might do that. It's a bit trickier. Well, actually, no, it isn't. I don't have to be super exact, so I can probably just do that. That's fine. Anyway, these bits, those are a bit trickier. I'm gonna lower this now, just so I can see what I'm doing. I wonder, this should probably be a bit thinner. Oh yeah, god damn it. Let's do it this way. So I'm thinking these are gonna sort of be flush up with the padding there, and there's gonna be this sort of middle ring, that's the actual chamber, and then these bits are sort of gonna be on top of that a little bit. We'll see how that works. There's quite a few things I'm not sure about, and we've not got a whole lot of time, so I'll see what I can do. Actually, I don't want to do that. Not yet. Yeah, these pieces are like interesting. It's it looks like they're a bit slanted down, but then they're rounded as well, like that, and then there's a sharper turn on the outside, something along those lines. And actually I'll put that in the center there. But then there's sorry, I have to put this back on the screen so I can actually show you guys. Looks like there's like a square hole there. Thanks for the follow, Paul Plays. Appreciate it. There's like a square hole there. Then we've obviously got this inset here with the lights in. Not sure if that's like part of this piece or whatever. But then obviously there's however this inner ring of the chamber works. I'm gonna have to carve a hole for that as well. And actually these lines are straight, so I'm gonna have to do that. like I just drew there, and again, grease pencil. I should probably stop using it if it doesn't let me erase those with my shortcut. And now everything's broken. There we go. Actually, since I'm gonna do that, I'll take all this back for now. This is why this is why the like making things in a too detailed a way at first is bad, because then you end up with this stuff. So that's straight on the y-axis now, and I'll just have to the lighting and ammo display. So that's well, the ammo display is I mean, the current ones we have are kind of placeholder right now, but the way all of that works is basically the ammo display. I mean, it's gonna be like what they are just like fairly advanced materials in Unreal, and but they're usually just like based on some sort of a Photoshop file. That's basically acting as an emissive map, and then you do a whole bunch of effects on top. With the lights here, it's kind of the same thing. So what I do is, it's kind of tough to explain, but basically I just add another material. So all of this is going to be like in one material, meaning it has one texture sheet and one set of UVs, except when then the special stuff like the ammo display, if this thing is even going to have it. I'm not yet sure if it's even going to be there. Sorry about that sound, don't know where that came from. Anyway, I just add like a material, and then when I import the model into Unreal Engine, it's going to recognize that there are multiple materials on it, and then I can apply an emissive like a light material to different parts, and I'll share in a second. But like we're still a long way from the in-game model, because I mean, you know, after I've blocked this out, this entire thing, then I'm gonna have to well, you know, after block out, I have to finalize the high poly with all of this nice, you know, subdivision stuff that I'm gonna hopefully get to before the stream ends. I'm sorry that's taking a long time. It's a long process. Anyway, the high poly, then the low poly, and then baking all the high poly information into the low poly texture maps. This isn't going to make much sense if you don't know what I'm talking about, really, but yeah, I think the Unreal Tournament devs kind of explain some of this stuff a bit better in their blog, but yeah, and anyway, and then texturing and all that jazz, and we can bring it into the engine, and then we can make all the shiny materials. But I visualize it here by I guess I can add this one now. So look at that edge loop there is kind of working in my favor, and I can not sure if again, not sure if that ring would be sort of part of this. I think I'll make it that way, but I'll sort of cut those out, leaving me with that, and then yeah, Fistmaster, I texture everything as in terms of yeah, in terms of texturing, it's pretty much just me and Stealth RG, who you saw streaming last week if you were here. We're the two guys who do the texturing stuff, and we basically just we both texture our own things. That being like he paints all the terrain material stuff, and then I texture all the assets that I build, which are again buildings, weapons, base assets, whatever it is. And if anyone else has any questions, then please feel free to ask. Otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here quietly, and that's no fun. Yeah, so this is where I would split it off then. I actually tend to this weapon is way too early in the process for me to really show this or do this stuff, but I'll visualize all the stuff in Blender with the cycles renderer. I can quickly add some lights and get like I use Substance Painter for texturing. It's like a 3D painter. Photoshop's like the old way of doing things. It was okay, but now that we've got better tools. Anyway, I'm quickly making some lights. It's a very basic lighting setup. And now I can go to rendered view, and as you see there, they're not very intense yet. But this is how I tend to display my models internally when they're still a work in progress. I'll make renders in Blender like this. You're seeing the real-time progressive render at work here. But yeah, and so this way I can also visualize things like the glowy things. And it looks kind of pretty. But that's why we add glowy things, because they look cool. And this is gonna... I don't want to do this, because that's pretty hard on the processor. So it's laggy as hell. That brings me... That's another issue. Or is it? Could do something like that. Yeah, the thing about, so like cycles, which is again the Blender's internal or the integrated render that it has with it, it's kind of nice, and it can do a lot of like actually very good looking things, like all the professional renders as well, you know, like V-Ray and whatever. But it kind of have to build everything from scratch, which is why it isn't that cool. I can still get the quick sort of preview renders out of it this way, and that's what I use it for. Obviously, our goal here isn't to make pretty renders of our things or high poly models, but it's to it is to... What am I spacing out? Sorry. You know, our goal is to make in-game models that look good in first person and in Unreal Engine. So those renders aren't that important, but they're nice for visualizing and for showing my, you know, like the other guys on the team what I've been doing and all that. And I should probably change this to something. So there's not a whole lot. Let me see. This goddamn thing isn't staying on top for some reason. And I've got a million different. Actually, I'll just close that. I think I'll make this this weird inset here next. I gotta delete the sniper rifle, please. Okay, hold on, let me see if I have it. No, it's not in my recents. I don't wanna. I would have just gone in and deleted the model and not saved the file, but I hoped that would please you. And really, fixtures, I mean, is the sniper that much of a problem in like T1, T2? I don't think so. So like, don't judge before it's actually in the game. Oh, it's a bit weird. I guess I'll actually turn this. Oh. Yeah, this is I'm afraid I didn't get to do any really good looking stuff yet, but maybe next time. Next time I stream, I assume I'll be further along because I'll have slaved away for hours. We're nearing the end of the stream, so it's fine with sniper as long as they're not hits. Well, thanks, Filmpelsh. I thought you especially might like the stream, considering it's mortar and all that. Will Midair an anti-cheat client? I have no idea. You'd really have to ask some of the people more knowledgeable, like Mabel. But I guess, I mean, Steam has VAC at least, if nothing else. This little hole there is a bit tricky because it's not straight, and you can see it's kind of diagonal, and cutting those kinds of holes is annoying as shit, honestly. Although I guess I can just sort of this is tricky because just sort of doing this ruins the it ruins the circle, kind of, but I don't think that actually matters. So I'll just go with it. What happened there? Third, 3 ND, third. It's the third most played game. Seems legit. So it's gonna work like that. Oh, look at that, we're getting this now. Mr. Meister, I think that really depends on all of you guys, all the cyber athletes, and how much, how much the game actually succeeds. But we'll see. I think if there's a scene, then it would be really cool. Like all the stuff that we're getting in CS:GO now, ESEA and Face It and whatnot. It would be like super cool to have similar stuff in Tribes, or Midair in this case. Magic chain. Rip magic chain. Let me see a sweet prince. At least doesn't I don't think it works anymore, right? At least I've been assuming it doesn't whenever the few times I've played TA. Thank you, Molest. It's very kind of you. Wonder. I'll just do this. Accept. Hey look, actually managed to make a high poly shape. I mean, we got 4 minutes of the stream left, but at least we made it. It's a shame this stuff takes so long. Hey Lamar, your mom jokes. That's some good action there. This is Blender indeed. How do you say it? I'm not gonna try to say your name, but yes, this is Blender. despised by most professionals. New follower. Yeah, thank you. I still can't say your name. Oh well. So it's gonna work something like that, I think. And then there's a guy with a devil there. A complete game with Blender? No. Yeah, Blender does have a game engine, doesn't it? But no, we use Unreal Engine, and it's only me on the team that uses Blender, and only for 3D modeling. It's pretty, yeah. So no, not an entire game with Blender. As interesting as that might be. Yeah, fixtures, do you mean like normal maps and stuff? I assume you do, because that's what causes people to want to hang themselves. Definitely makes me want to do, well, not really, nowadays, because I'm such a master of, that's like my specialty, so it's not really that bad for me. But yes, normal mapping is something that makes most people want to kill themselves. Tutorial, I'm sure. I mean, what's your name? Edo Carafel, whatever. There's so many things I'm doing that explaining every single thing. That would be kind of insane and pointless, especially for the purposes of this. But let me see. I mean, there's plenty of good tutorials, and there I think it was Digital Tutors who have like I think I watched it ages ago, like a Digital Tutors have a DVD on modeling sci-fi weapons. I think that one's pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway, Pompelsh, all 700. Are there 786? No, I don't know all the shortcuts by heart, but I know the ones that I always I use all the time, and I've made a whole bunch of my own custom shortcuts, and yeah. Fistimeister, Digital Tutors. I mean, Digital Tutors, they have like a, I don't know, like most professionals don't really appreciate them, just because what they do is so basic. But I can see, like, I've certainly found it helpful when I've needed that sort of really hand-holding approach, you know, like, 'cause they explain everything and go really slowly and do really basic things. So they're like they've got introductions to like most CG software, and I've definitely found some of that stuff useful. but I think we're kind of done, I'm afraid to say. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on our social media and everything. How do I end the stream? I don't know, I've never done this before. I guess, you know, keep an eye on, like I said, our social media. I'm sure, what did I create at our cart? Show you guys some finished stuff. I mean, I worked on this thing, but I didn't actually finish anything. I guess I can show you guys some finished stuff. Finished rather than finish. Let's go ring launcher. No, that one's not that great for that. This is something. That's not really what you guys want to say, is it? There's a chain gun. This is, you know, where we eventually end up, right? With nice subdivided everything. In the future, I'll probably do some, when I'm a bit more into the mortar. I'll stream a bit more, I guess, as well as things like texturing and doing in-engine stuff with environment art and all that. But I'm getting told to tell you guys to tune in next Sunday. I'm assuming something's happening next Sunday. If not, you can blame Stealth RG for that. And burn him at the stake or something. But yeah, check our social media. I'm sure Jordan will be helpful and post links and everything. And I'll be back someday, hopefully sooner rather than later. I will see you guys then.